Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video. I've never done this exact type of video. I'm going to do my makeup wish list today and get ready with me. So I have been on a little bit of, or I have been on a no buy for the past month, and I've been, of course, tempted by all the different launches that have been coming out in the last few weeks. I feel like there's been even more than normal since we're at the beginning of a year, and I have a list of things that have piqued my interest that I really am thinking about purchasing. But I figured I would go through and share those things with you while I'm doing my makeup today. I guess kind of like a will I buy it video, but I'm not going to go through all the new launches. I'm just going to share the things that I am personally interested in, and then you can comment and tell me if you've tried them, what your thoughts are, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. You can tell me what's on your wish list right now, and in the comments we can all chat with each other and share our knowledge, and hopefully that will help us decide if we're going to buy something or not. So this is kind of a new video idea. I'm just going to try it out and see what I think of it. But that is what we're going to be doing today. If you are new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe, and let's get started. All right, so I have my Sephora loves list pulled up right here. So I'm going to go off of this list, and then there's a few things that they don't have at Sephora. They have at Ulta that I kind of want to chat about, but we'll start with Sephora. And I'm going to try to mention the products that I'm using as we do this, but if I forget, everything will be in the description box. So I'm going to start with this Valentino V-Lighter. This is the face base and top coat in the shade Rosa. This is in my everyday makeup drawer this month, so I'm going to use it. And okay, let's start with one of the things that's really intriguing me, and I want to know your thoughts. If you've tried it, let me know. Prada Beauty. Okay, I was interested in this last year when it came out. I forget when in 2023 it released, but I feel like it hasn't been out that long, but it recently came to Sephora US. So I am very interested mainly in the foundation. I know they have lipsticks as well. The lipsticks are really expensive. I want to say they're like $50. And then the little eyeshadow quads, there was one that was kind of interesting to me that I think it had a green in it. I forget like what the name is of that quad, but I don't know. I don't feel like I would use that enough to justify using that. But the main thing I want to try is the foundation. So that is the first thing that's on my list. But tricky because I can't go in and see that anywhere. I would have to order that from Sephora. That's kind of questionable if you don't know about shades, which I guess I could just do my best at picking a shade, but I don't know. I always get nervous when I have to order a foundation or a concealer. I definitely prefer going in store and looking at them, but I really want to try that. Really want to try it, but it's $70, so I don't know. Let me know. I haven't seen many negative things about it from just what I've seen online. But if you've tried it, let me know. If you want to try it, let me know. I don't know. I actually have kind of a fascination with Prada. I've had it for a little while. Prada in general, not necessarily just beauty. I love like the classic Prada nylon bags. I would love to have one of those at some point. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. It looks really pretty. I think it's supposed to have like a soft matte finish from what I've seen, and actually I've been more into matte base products lately, so that's another reason I'm thinking that maybe I would like that. The only other, well, actually I was going to say there's only one other foundation that I'm interested in, but there's actually two other complexion products that I'm interested in that I'll share in a minute. I just realized I did not say what is under my eyes. This is the Exa color corrector, one of my favorites, and this month in my everyday makeup drawer I decided to put both shades in. So I have peach and pink, and I've been just mixing a dot of each one, and I actually really like doing that because peach on its own is a little bit dark and pink is way too light, so mixing like a dot of each has been working really well. Okay, I'm going in now with the Chantecaille foundation. The other two base products that I'm very curious about are the Laura Mercier foundation. I'm sure you know which one. I don't even know the name of that foundation, but the one that's everywhere. Part of me is definitely interested in it because I'm seeing it everywhere because of that TikTok video. I'm sure you've seen it or you've heard about it by now. From Glamzilla, who like made that go viral. But I actually have tried Laura Mercier foundations in the past and liked them. I used to really like the Flawless Fusion foundation from Laura Mercier. I don't even know if she makes that anymore, actually. But I used to really like that foundation. I haven't tried much from her recently, but I do feel like she makes good products. So that is on my radar. And then the other one that's brand new, this has only been out for a few days, is the Kosas BB Burst, I think is what it's called. It's kind of an interesting name. It's a BB cream, so I guess it's not really a foundation. It's more of a like a skin tint type thing. I have seen a bunch of reviews on that from people that got it in PR, and I don't know, I've seen a lot of people, I don't know, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but I've seen some people saying that it pills really bad. So that is kind of making me pause on that one because that's got to be one of my biggest pet peeves of all time is pilling products. I hate that. So I don't know. I know usually that is based on the skincare or the primer that you've put underneath it. I don't know. But I do really like that kind of product. It's kind of reminding me of the Jane Iredale Hydra Pure serum that I've been loving. Kind of giving me that vibe, but I don't know. I would also kind of like to see the shades in person on that because Kosas does tend to run a little bit warm. But those are the three complexion products that are piquing my interest. I may look at the Laura Mercier foundation in store again and see if I even have a good shade match in that. But those are kind of the ones on my mind right now. I was just looking up close at that base combo. Those two actually pair really well together. The Chantecaille foundation, I like it. I will say though, I know a lot of people use their hands with it. I did use my hands with it a few days ago and I was not crazy about it that way. That's why I wanted to try it with this, and actually it applied well with this Nikki LaRose N17 from BK Beauty. Okay, moving right along to concealers. So I'm going to apply concealer. I'm going to use my favorite one, which is Natasha Denona, and we'll chat about concealers. So I kind of have three that are on my mind for concealers as well. Number one is the Fenty concealer. The new one, I don't even know the name of it. It's, I believe, supposed to be medium coverage, and it comes in like 50 shades, which is great. I did not love the original Fenty concealer, the Pro Filter. That one was really, really drying when I tried it before, but I think the new one is supposed to be more on the hydrating side. So that I am really, really curious about. But I am also very curious about the Laura Mercier concealer that goes with the foundation we were talking about. In fact, I need to just look. What is this called? because I can't think of it. The Real Flawless Perfecting Serum Foundation, or Serum Concealer. Those two appear like they might have a similar look to them. They're medium coverage, more on the hydrating side. So I definitely feel like I need to pick one or the other to try. I have tried Laura Mercier's other concealer in the past. I forget the name of it. It might be the Flawless Fusion Concealer, actually. And I liked it. I don't have that one currently. It's been a few years since I've used that. I do remember having trouble with her shades, though, in the past, like not being able to find a great shade match. So that would be something I would want to look at in store also. But that one and the Fenty one, I'm very curious about. Fenty complexion products I tend to really like. I love a lot of her stuff, actually. I like the Ease Drop skin tint and the stick. And I love her bronzer, her cream bronzer, and her powder bronzer. I like a lot of stuff from Fenty. So I'm kind of leaning in the Fenty direction, but if you've tried them both, let me know, or if you've tried one of them, let me know. And then the only other concealer that I'm really thinking about is the Kosas concealer, only because they just did a shade expansion of the Revealer concealer. And I really like that concealer. I had mine, I don't remember how long ago. I ended up throwing mine away because mine definitely went bad. And my cap of that concealer, like, I was going to say ripped. It didn't rip, but it kind of like cracked is the word I'm looking for. So I ended up getting rid of mine, but I never had a perfect shade match in that concealer. And I think the newer shades are supposed to be more true neutral or cooler undertones. So I'm also thinking about that. I feel like all of those are kind of similar types of concealers, more medium coverage, hydrating. So I don't know. Since I've tried the Kosas one already, maybe I won't get that one. It kind of depends on the shades though, because I have seen a few people saying that even though they expanded the shades still run a little bit yellow. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have heard a few people say that, so I don't know, but if I'm being totally honest, the one I'm most curious about is the Fenty one. So we will see. Another thought I'm having as I'm sitting here is, I don't know why I'm talking about buying new concealers right now, because this Natasha Denona one is, I mean, I say it over and over, but it's so freaking good. I mean, it's going to be really, really hard to beat that concealer, in my opinion. But moving on, I want to kind of talk about this as well. So I never really officially announced that I was doing a no-buy, mainly because I didn't want to put that pressure on myself in case I did fail, which I did not. I made it all through January without purchasing anything, with the exception of the Huda Beauty color corrector in Cherry Blossom. I did buy that, but I used a gift card. So I didn't technically spend any money on it. You know what I mean? Or at least that's what I tell myself. So I'm going to say that I was successful with the no buy, because I did not buy anything else at all. And I don't think, or I know, that's never successfully happened since I started this YouTube channel. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm not going to lie. I have been really just strong in January. However, I am definitely itching, truly, truly itching to go to a Sephora and an Ulta. And actually, this coming weekend, it's Monday right now, but my mom is coming to visit this weekend, and we're gonna go shopping for sure, but I'm gonna go in Sephora for the first time in like 6 weeks, which that does not happen. I mean, I feel like I'm at Sephora at least once a week since I started this channel, but I have not been in like 6 weeks, you guys. And it has been tough, I'm not gonna lie. There have been so many days where I am so tempted to just get in my car and go. But I've been trying to be strong. I kind of mentioned in my Shop My Stash video at the beginning of January that this year I just really want to be more mindful of what I'm purchasing in general, but I'm mainly talking about makeup. I really don't buy that many clothes or anything like that very often. So that's not really an issue for me. It's just the makeup, but I just want to think a little bit more about the makeup that I'm buying. So that's why I kind of just forced myself at the beginning of the year. I was like, no, you know what? We're going to start on the right foot. We're not going to go crazy with all these new launches, and I'm pretty impressed with myself. I'm not going to lie. I did it, and it was not easy. I made all my videos for the most part with stuff that I already have, with the exception of the one video with the Revlon products in it. And those things I actually purchased back in December, so I didn't buy those this month. But I don't know. I was very proud of myself, but I am itching to go to Sephora. I mean, I'm itching, guys, badly. So anyways, in the next like week and a half, I will have a video sharing what I actually do buy when my mom's here. Actually, very happy that I waited until she was coming to visit, because when she comes with me, maybe she can help keep me in line. I don't know. We shall see. This is a fun one. This is actually not a new launch, but if any of you have this, let me know what you think of it. I actually really want the Haus Labs foundation in the white shade. Have you guys seen that? I think it's called 000 Fair Neutral, but it's white, basically. I feel like that would be a really helpful product to have sometimes, because I do have the LA Girl, whatever the mixer is called. I can't think of it right now, but the white mixing pigment from LA Girl, and I like that. However, I do find that that does change the formula a little bit on my foundations when I use it, and it's very, very matte. So the Haus Labs foundation is more hydrating, so I was thinking maybe that would be a better formula to have in the white color, just so I can use things that are just a little bit dark on me during like winter right now, without feeling like maybe I want to buy another shade or something like that. So that is something kind of random that is on my list. Do any of you have that white foundation? That's been on my loves list for a while. I kind of forgot about it, but I just saw it. So I'm using, by the way, the Westman Atelier blush in Petal. All right. What is next on my list here? Here's something that I probably won't end up buying this, at least right now, just because I don't really need this type of product right now. But I'm hearing lots of good things about the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. Have any of you tried this? I don't think I've seen one negative thing about that brow gel, but I just opened the Rare Beauty brow gel not that long ago, so I really don't need a brow gel right now. So I probably won't buy that one right now, but I'm curious, if you have it and you like it, let me know. The Rare Beauty brow gel I am liking so far. We'll probably use that today, actually. And then the new one from Anastasia, it seems, or I've seen several people saying that it's similar to the Benefit one, which, if that's true, I would probably really like it, because I love the Benefit brow setter. In fact, when I looked at the Anastasia one, the wand looks like almost identical to that Benefit one. So I don't know. I kind of want to try it, but I also just I don't need a brow gel right now. I am setting the center of my face with this powder from NARS. This is the Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder in the shade Creek. Okay, here's something I know I should probably talk myself out of, so maybe some of you can talk me out of it, or you can tell me if you think I really do. I really do need it, because this is something, I don't need this, you guys, but the Dior Backstage palette, the new one in Smoky Essentials, is that right? Yeah, Smoky Essentials. I just cannot get that palette off my mind. I do not know why. It's not a super smoky looking palette, so I'm not really sure why they're calling it the Smoky Essentials. But I don't know, something about that color story I just can't get my mind off of it. I don't know why. It has a lot of kind of rosy, mauve-y tones in it. It has a black, and it has a few really good, like neutral one and done type shades in it that just, I haven't seen it in person, but I've watched videos on it. I just haven't actually seen it in Sephora yet. Martina has it and has done a video on it, and her video definitely made me really want it. In fact, almost everything that I've mentioned, Martina's done a video on. Martina really influences me, but it's okay. I don't need that palette. I know I don't. I know I don't. You know how many days I use like a single shadow in or on my eyes, or I use like, I don't know, one shade from a palette, or I just use bronzer on my eyes. I know. I really don't need, I don't need that palette, but I really kind of want it. Does anybody have it? I know Martina has it, like I said, but I don't know what it is. I'm not super tempted all the time by eyeshadow palettes. I've definitely gotten away from that in the last like year and a half. I like palettes, but it has to really be something to get my attention. So I'm not sure what it is about that Dior palette, but I liked it the moment I saw it. Like the moment I saw the picture of it, I don't know. I was just into it. But again, I'm trying to be more selective about what I am buying this year. So let me know your thoughts. Do I need it or do I not need it? I am filling my brows in with, of course, you guessed it, my Anastasia powder. The next thing on my list here, I definitely will be buying. I just don't know what shade, so I need to wait until I can go in the store and look at the shades. But the new Makeup by Mario lipstick, oh yes, I will be buying at least one of those. The Super Satin lipsticks, I cannot choose what color I want of those lipsticks because they are all so pretty. They are so pretty. They're all named after neighborhoods in New York, and I love Makeup by Mario. So those I will definitely be buying at least one. If you have one of them and you like a certain shade, let me know what shade you have. I think there's one that's more of like a rosy kind of mauve-y pink. I think it's called Nolita. I think that one is Nolita. And then there's, let's see, which one did I save? Midtown also looks really pretty. And 917, that one also looks really pretty. But I love like a more satin formula. I actually like his Ultra Suede lipsticks, the matte ones. But I definitely prefer something that's a little bit more hydrating. But I will say his matte lipsticks I like. So I'm sure I will probably like those. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen, or I shouldn't say ever, but I don't know the last time I've seen like a lineup of shades that look as pretty as these. And I've not even seen them in person, so they just, I don't know, his shade range just looks so good. Okay, going in with some Rare Beauty brow gel now. Okay, let's chat about, since we're on the Makeup by Mario lipsticks, the lip products right now are just out of control. Like I just saw this morning on the Sephora app, there's new Lady Gaga, or not Lady Gaga, but House Labs plumping lip oils. There's some type of lip balm from Tower 28 that I saw this morning. I guess we're in a lip era right now. And oh, the new Milk Jelly blushes. I don't even remember what they're called, but I thought I saw those on the Sephora app this morning. But of course, the other lip product that I'm really curious about, and I'd really like to see them in person, is the Summer Fridays one. Summer Fridays lip oils, of course. I know those were super popular. I love these Summer Fridays lip balms, the lip butter balms. I love those. I have like 3 or 4 of those, and that's probably my favorite lip balm formula. Like of all the super popular ones, I love those. But I've kind of heard mixed things about the lip oils. I've heard some people say that they're more on the thin side. They're not like a thick, juicy lip oil, which I kind of like a lip oil to be on the thicker side. So I don't know. Maybe I will try those. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I think I'm going to use some shadow sticks today, maybe, from Rare Beauty. I'm using a lot of Rare Beauty, I guess. This eyeshadow primer. Let's see. What else? Oh, and speaking of lip products, I am also very curious about the Hourglass lip liners. I love lip liners, probably my favorite lip product, honestly, if I had to pick one. And I know those have been out a few weeks, I guess. But I haven't seen them in person. I will say online, the swatches, none of them are like really, really speaking to me. There's one that looks like it might be something I would like. I think it's called Tempt or something like that, but there aren't that many shades of those. I was kind of surprised. I would have thought that they would have released more of those, but maybe they're just kind of testing them out. I don't know. But that's something that is definitely on my list to look at. For eyes, I think I'm going to use my Rare Beauty eyeshadow sticks. And I have 3 of them. I think I'm going to use a little bit of all 3. But I'm going to start with this one in the shade Contentment. And I'm going to put this on the lid. Just kind of not super precise or anything. Just trying to cover the lid, and then I'm going to kind of buff out the edges with my MAC 217. Trying to think of what else I am thinking about. That's really everything I saw on my loves list. Oh, the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks and lip liners, the new shades, I would love to see those in person and decide. None of them really stand out to me just looking at them online. The only thing that I was kind of curious about was one of the lip liner shades. I think it's called Icon Baby. But I think it might be a little bit too pink for me. It looked kind of like Pillow Talk, but almost like a lighter pink, maybe. I don't know. I need to like see it in person. But I think that's the only other lip product that I can think of right off the top of my head. This is such a good color, actually. I need to use this more, this Contentment color. It's a really good, like, one and done shade. All right, now for Ulta, the main thing I'm kind of thinking about right now is Chanel. So if you watched my Shop My Stash video that I mentioned from the beginning of January, where I kind of talked about my channel and things I want to do differently, I mentioned in that video that I really wanted to try more Chanel this year. And I do. I really want to try more from Chanel. So I'm trying to decide which of their products I want to try because a lot, not all of them, but some of them they do have at Ulta. And I have a lot of Ulta points right now, and I have a lot of Ulta gift cards. So I would really like to use those for some Chanel things. So I'll share kind of the things I'm thinking about. Definitely thinking about the Water Fresh tint. I am kind of unsure on the shade for that. I don't know if I would be shade light or shade medium light because it's kind of confusing online. There's not a whole lot out there kind of comparing the colors. I was thinking initially I would be the shade light, but now I'm wondering if maybe I should go with medium light. I don't know. If you have it and you're around my skin tone, let me know what shade you use. But that is like the number one thing that I really want to try. And then I want to try the eyeshadows. I feel like Chanel eyeshadows are kind of one of those things people either like love them or don't like them. I feel like I'll like them because I love that type of formula, but I've never tried them before. So that is definitely something I'm thinking about. I think it's one of the Tissé palettes. Tissé Rivoli, or is that right? Rivoli? I think that's the one that I was thinking about. And then let's see. I kind of want to try the blushes as well, but I keep seeing things where the new Chanel blushes are not good. Like I guess they reformulated them recently and people don't like the new formula. So I'm not sure about that either, but I was kind of thinking also about the new winter ones, the ones that I think I would have to buy like right now because they're limited edition, but the new winter shades, the rosy color one looks really pretty to me. So I was kind of thinking about that. I don't know, if you have Chanel products that you feel very strongly about, that you love, let me know what they are because I'd really like to try more from that brand. Okay, I actually love those shadow sticks together. I think I'm gonna take just a little bit of this warm brown right here from this Give palette. This is the Simple Kind of Life palette. I really like it actually. It's very simple, but I like that about it. And I'm just taking a little bit of that brown through the crease just to bring in a little bit of warmth on my eyes because those two shades we used are more on the cool tone side. Okay, I am just gonna curl my lashes. I was just looking on my Ulta loves list and I don't really have too much on there other than the Chanel stuff that I was talking about. I did see, I think Charlotte Tilbury is going to be in store at Ulta starting like the middle of February. I saw that it was online already, which is cool. I am going to use the Merit mascara today. I've really been loving this one. Yeah. Let me know if I feel like a few of you have messaged me or you've left comments saying that you were on a no-buy currently, like for the month or for the year or for a few months. So let me know how yours is going if you're doing that. It's definitely not easy, and it's definitely even harder when you watch YouTube and people that you like on Instagram and TikTok. If you're on TikTok, it definitely does get to you sometimes. It's been good for me though, I will say, because it's made me really, instead of just going out and buying something because it's new, it's really made me think about each thing, it's given me some time to really think, okay, you know, do I actually really want this? Why do I want this? Am I going to do a video on this? Is this something that, you know, I'm interested in because I'm interested in it, or because someone else has influenced me, or, you know, it just makes you think about things differently, which is important. But it has not been easy, I'll tell you that. There have been many, many days where I almost cracked and just got in my car and went to Sephora. Oh, another thing I was gonna touch on that I just thought of. Speaking of the Chanel Water Fresh tint, in my video, my favorites video I posted a few videos ago, I was talking about how I fell in love with that Jane Iredale Hydro Pure, the tinted serum. I was wondering if that meant I would really like those types of products from other brands, and I mentioned the Chanel one and I mentioned the Rose Ink one, but I forgot to mention the new one from CoverGirl, and several of you asked about it in the comments. So I don't know, guys. I'm going back and forth on the CoverGirl one because part of me, yeah, I'm curious because I'm seeing so much about it. But the other part of me is thinking, well, I would rather put like $25 into trying the Chanel one. And then, I don't know, maybe down the road I would try the CoverGirl to compare. But since I've never even tried the Chanel one, I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend 20-something dollars on the CoverGirl one. I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see. But I don't know. I've kind of been going back and forth on that one. All right, for lips, I'm going to use the ABH lip liner in Deep Taupe. I don't know, something about the CoverGirl serum being 20-something dollars. I don't know, that's just kind of hard for me to swallow. I know everything's getting more expensive now, but like, dang, CoverGirl? I feel like of all the drugstore brands, CoverGirl has always been one of the more affordable ones, but that's pricey for a drugstore skin tint. I don't know. If you've tried it, let us know if you think it's worth it or not in the comments. I forgot how much I love using these Weston Atelier blushes on my lips too. I kind of want to put a little bit of gloss on top, I think. I think I'm going to actually do just a little bit of this Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow in Petal Glow. Alright, you guys, that is everything for today's video. Let me know what you think of this format. Do you like these get ready with me style? I don't know, I think it's a little bit more fun to do makeup while you're kind of chatting about these things, but let me know your thoughts, and make sure to comment below with anything that you've tried, you want to try, what you like, what you don't like, what's on your list, and I'm hoping we can have this conversation going in the comments so we can all kind of help each other decide what we should or shouldn't buy. I will have everything that I used on my face in the description box. I do use affiliate links that support my channel if you shop through them, so thank you so much. I do have to say, this makeup looks really, really good. Really, really good. Why does your makeup always look good when you're not really thinking about it? You're not really focusing too much on what you're doing? That happens to me all the time. Sometimes I do my makeup and I don't film it, and I'm not really thinking about it, and I end up really liking it for some reason. I feel like that kind of happened today. Luckily, I did film it this time, but I love this whole base. Looks really good together. This, I feel, with these concealers to spot conceal, might be a new favorite. Even that Valentino primer looks really good. underneath. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you'll subscribe if you're new and you have not already. We would love to have you here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.